Hello, I'm Dr. Rocky Mike Tran, and welcome to another episode of Rocky Mike Tran's audio podcast. And this is my second time, and thank you for tuning in. In the first episode of the fifth anniversary, plus a self introduction, I've introduced myself about schools and what I did in homeschool for over 5 years and many more. And today I'm gonna continue introducing myself. And self introduction part two is today's episode. Uh, so self. mm, okay, sorry. In today and today I'm gonna continue introducing myself. And self introduction part two is today's episode of Rocky Mike Trans podcast or audio podcast. Sorry. If you haven't watched the first episode called The Fifth Anniversary of My Homeschool for over 5 years, please do so. I'll put the link in the description. Funding for Rocket My Trans Audio Podcast is funded in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you for your support. Now, soldiers, put on your tactical uniforms, armored vests, elbow knee pads, masks if you like, goggles, helmets, gloves, and black boots. And come and get into a helicopter with me and let's fly while the show is on. In this episode, I want to talk to you about my favorite sports teams from the NBA, NFL, or NHL, excuse me, NFL and MLB. So speaking of sports teams like the NBA. No. I've already said. Speaking of sports teams, I'm into Toronto Raptors, Washington Wizards, Boston Celtics, Chicago Bulls, Los Angeles Clippers, New York Knicks, Seattle Supersonics doesn't exist anymore, and these are very national and great basketball teams for me. They're really terrific. I'm into say Toronto Maple Leafs, Washington Capitals, Buffalo Sabres, Chicago Blackhawks, Edmonton Oilers, New York Islanders, New York Rangers, and finally Ottawa Senators. These are very national and great hockey teams for me. Speaking of Toronto Argonauts, Washington, Washington Commanders, Buffalo Bills, Chicago Bears, Los Angeles Rams, New York Giants, and Seattle Seahawks. Both are my cups of tea. And these are terrific teams and very national. And I'm also up to the Toronto Blue Jays, Washington Nationals, Boston Red Sox, Chicago Cubs, Los Angeles Dodgers, New York Yankees, Seattle Mariners, and Texas Rangers, and both. Speaking of Toronto, Washington, Boston, Buffalo, Chicago, L.A., New York or NY, uh, Seattle, because I'm related to Paris by Night 46, 1998, 52, 1999, and 57, 2000, being filmed in the Terrace Theater, Long Beach Performing Arts, and Convention Center. Paris by Night 42, 1997, and 50, 1999, being filmed in the Los Angeles Bassett Theater, Toronto, Canada. And I'm also related to PBS channels like WETA, WETA, WGBH, WNET 13, WTTW, that's in Chicago, and KCET in Los Angeles, and both. and I forgot to say WNET 13 in New York, and WGBH in Boston, and WETA in Washington. And I'm really into those PBS channels. Speaking of them, and these are my favorite sporting teams. Um, so as I've talked as I talked about in the first episode, I consider myself a doctor because of watching safety videos and even while homeschooling. So it's ideally more important when I do that. Uh, next thing I'm dying to talk to you about. Uh, oh no, sorry. The next thing I'm dying to, sorry, the next thing I'm dying to talk to you about is I also consider myself a commando or even a black suited soldier, if you will, because I'm related to 007 Nightfire 2002 video game, and I like to shoot bad guys like intruders to get away from civilians like good guys. So that really suits me, and even more. It's a very wonderful experience, to be honest. Same with Spider-Man as well as Super Mario. Those guys are my favorites, and don't ask why. I just like them. I just like them both the best. Next, I wake up at 10 every day, and I wake up every day at 10 a.m. because I'm related to cranky villagers from Animal Crossing. That's a video game. Uh, 10 a.m. gives me full time and enough energy, as well as 9 a.m. Some people say that's terrible, but I don't think so unless 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1, 2, or 3, and so on. What I'm saying is, if I wake up at 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1, 2, 3, all these numbers, or any of them, then yeah, very, very terrible. I was going to say I can't wake up early at 5 a.m., 6, 7, or 8. These don't give me time and energy. It may get me grumpy sometimes. I'm always too lazy, and so I feel much better waking up at 9 or 10 in the morning. And these are my only choices. I also go for a walk every day at 11 o'clock and go home at 12 p.m. for lunch. Next, I go to home class at only at 1 p.m., ready for school until 2 p.m. because it's my option. And while I'm at home, I don't have to take classes whenever I don't feel like it. Maybe that's not true. Only one class, so don't judge me. When it's class dismissal, I get to have some free time. As a special thing, I go to the gym every day at 4 p.m. just to lose weight. I'm gonna keep on doing it and never give up. And anyway, lastly, lastly, I go to sleep at 11:30 p.m. because sleeping early never helps, and I'm just worried about it. It gives me time and it gives me time to feel super duper tired and so doze off in no time whenever possible. Okay, sorry. It gives me time uh to feel super duper tired and so doze off whenever possible. By the way, uh please don't ever say it's too late. Don't judge me. Don't quote me on it. So I know. Um, I also go to sleep at 1 a.m. only on weekends, and that's okay. Well, usually I go, you know, when I feel when I when I feel tired already, Uh, I usually I go to usually I doze off right away at around 12:15 a.m. or even 12:30. Anyway, again, urgent warning. Don't ever say it's too late. Don't judge me. Don't quote me on it. I know. First, I usually listen to bedtime stories only on my smartphone every night before hitting the hay, and even in 1 hour pause. 1 hour pause. Let me say it again. I find it super helpful, very brave, caring, impressive, and interesting. And that's the way to help me doze off every night when it's bedtime. Anyway, these are all things about myself, and thank you. I have more things to talk about, which are my favorite movies, TV shows, and video games. Talk about that. Say my favorite movies are uh, Madagascar, Escape to Africa. That's the second one. Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. Double O 007, The World Is Not Enough. Double O 007, Die Another Day. Sergeant Bilko, Three Amigos. Tomorrow Never Dies. Ernest Rides Again. Ernest Goes to School. Ernest in the Army. Ernest Goes to Jail. Bean, Bean. Also, the Little Bear movie. Barney's Great Adventure. Teletubbies Nursery Rhymes, as well as Favorite Things. Guys and Dolls. Road to Belly, 1952. Meatballs. Hans Christian Andersen. Shrek the Third. Snipers Special Ops. Seven Little Foys. That's Foys. The Driver, 1978. Wonder Man, 1945. The Inspector General, 1949. The Kid from Brooklyn, 1946. The Secret Life of Walter, 1947. And Mumphy's Quest, the movie, 1996, produced by Britt Allcroft. That's Allcroft. Allcroft. Well, I don't know how to pronounce that. But anyway, these are great movies for me, and also fantastic. Yeah, they're really great movies. And talk about my favorite TV shows. Barney and Friends, Teletubbies, Blue's Clues, Sesame Street, uh, The Toy Castle, Franklin, Dragon Tales, Clifford the Big Red Dog, Everybody Loves Raymond, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Jeopardy, Gidget, JJ the Jet Plane, Tots TV, 64 Zoo Lane, Arthur, SWAT, that's SWAT, SWAT, Zoom, The Big Comfy Couch, Zaboomafoo, Flying Nun, that's Nun, or Nun, yes. Wishbone, Caillou, uh, Little Bear, Thomas and Friends, and at last, Between the Lions. And talk about PBS Kids as well. That's my favorite. That's my favorite program, or my favorite channel rather. And I've watched PBS. I've watched PBS Kids when I was a kid, and that was great, amazing, terrific, and excellent, and very nostalgic as well, if you will. Very nostalgic. And this brings me to talking about my favorite games or video games. Animal Crossing, only on NGC. Yoshi's Story, Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Mario Tennis 64, Exena, uh, Princess Warrior, Talos Talisman of Fate. Talisman of Fate. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Xena Princess Warrior. Talisman of Fate. Wipeout 64. Bust a Move 2. Arcade Edition. Mario Party 1, 2, and 3. Shrek 2. Super Smash Bros. The first one only on N64. Super Smash Bros. Melee, NGC, or Nintendo GameCube. Mario Golf 64. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. Mario Power Tennis. Pac-Man World 2. Play with the Teletubbies. Mario Kart Super Circuit. SSX on Tour. That's a snowboarding game. Yoshi's Island Super Mario Advance 3. Yoshi's Island DS. The Simpsons Hit and Run. And the first one, Road Rage. 007 Nightfire, as I mentioned. 007 GoldenEye. Dr. Mario 64. Madagascar. Spider-Man 2002. Drive Club. NBA Live 99. Toka Race Driver 2. Toka Race Driver number 2, rather. Mario Kart DS. Mario Kart Double Dash. Mario Party 7. NHL 2K6. And that's a video game in 2006. And Taito Legends 2. So it's Taito, Taito. Anyway, and all the above. I consider these video games truly amazing, to be honest. They're very well, I can't think of better ways. Oh wait, actually yeah, I can. Let's say very fascinating, and fabulous. And these are all my favorite movies, TV shows, and video games. All right, troops, that's all for today's audio podcast. I want to thank you for tuning in today. Thank you so much for getting in a helicopter with me and letting us fly while the show has already started. Yeah, and you never know how much I appreciate it, and that's the best way of saying thank you, by the way. Also, I'm truly pleased. If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit the like button. If you're on YouTube, remember to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet already. I'll put a link in the description. In the next episode, I'll be talking to you about not wanting to grow up anymore because I miss being a kid. That's the next episode of my audio podcast, or Rocky Mike Tran's audio podcast. So, funding for Rocky Mike Tran's audio podcasts is funded in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you for your support. Your support makes this show grow bigger and better. This program was also recorded on Friday, October 3rd, 2025 at 2:26 p.m. I'm Dr. Rocky Mike Tran, and we'll see you in the next episode of Rocky Mike Tran's audio podcast. Remember that listening to my audio podcast is the best way to come hang out with me, even if you're busy. Have a fabulous day. Bye now.